Today, we are going to be working on some painting. As you can see, I've got my chainsaw here put out. I painted that little piece on this side that was blue before I sealed and got it painted. And now, we are going to we're going to paint the chainsaw. And so I was just making myself a painter's palette out of cardboard. Wow, okay, fantastic. So what we're gonna do this week is we're gonna finish painting the chainsaw. I've got my painter's palette. What you can't see is off screen here. I've got a bunch of paints. And we're gonna kind of talk about weathering your props and stuff. So whenever you would need it, we have a decent sized crowd. The Three Musketeers was just there because I'm probably going to talk about Three Musketeers, honestly. But for right now, let's worry about chainsaw a little bit anyways. First, we're going to pop a little bit of black on there. I should have titled this one The Joys of Prop Making. And then went ahead with my painting skills here. We shall see. We're going to mix a little bit of black, a lot of brown. No special mixing tool, it's just a piece of cardboard. This just makes it a more muted black color, is all the brown does. Mixing with white would obviously make it gray. This just turns it into a darker black, as you can see. Oh yeah. The joke, or at least a lot of jokes backstage, specifically between me and Porthos, are that D'Artagnan is really Ash from Evil Dead. So it made me think and want to work on my chainsaw here. So what we're going to do is, if you're unfamiliar with weathering, we're going to try to find a lot of the creases and stuff in the chainsaw and just kind of paint around, especially where all the blood areas are. And any areas that look like they might be greasy. And then kind of do something like that. And then what you do is you grab as I have to walk off to do it because I completely forgot. You kind of grab any kind of cloth. This is a shirt that is completely disposable since it's my Ash shirt. And you use it to take off the paint, actually. That way, the paint doesn't totally stay on, doesn't totally dry. Mix up all the paints back over here. We're going to kind of keep doing that. I need to get the camera pointed down a lot more, though. That's much better. Thank you, Aunt April. I love that. Thank you so much. A little bit too much. And then wherever there are any creases, thank you. I'm very glad you can entertain with some of this. So you just try to be more as realistic with the making it as you can. So that is kind of the top. Added a little bit more. This part is just plain red. So we're just gonna do that, and then take our shirt here Now it's just more muted, as you can see. Just to kind of add a little bit here and there. Some of that blood is a bit too bright for my taste, so we're going to keep... I want to use this as like... Oh! Hi! Thanks for watching. I'll turn it this way. As you can see where the fan is, there's a lot of ridges there, so what we're going to do is add a little bit of black here. See, we put that black on really heavy, if you can see it, just so now we can wipe it away. Face it toward me. And now, instead of looking like such a heavy black, it's just kind of worn in there. I don't know if we can get actually a really good view on that or not. I also don't like how bright this side is, so we'll fix that too. And then just like that, voila. That side's a bit muffed up now. It looks pretty good, actually. Let me make sure I have my water here. I'll wash off any brushes. Yeah. Something about right there. That looks better. See that? Okay. Fantastic. And then the bottom doesn't need any because the bottom is really rusted. So that's actually the only part of the chainsaw that doesn't need any. We're going to put some dots right there around the bolts. And that'll kind of leave them a little gray looking. I need to kind of look at this blade. There's a lot of white on this blade because of when I had to prime a certain part of it, a certain part of the chainsaw to get painted. Yeah, so we're going to need to cover that in some black. Cover this entire little area in here with black, as you can see, and then wipe it away. And see, the brush can get in so much deeper pockets and stuff than my fingers can with this shirt. So what leaves is all the stuff that, the way real dirt and grime actually works, is it gets in all those hard to reach little places that you can't actually clean out. So that's what this look is mostly doing. Now we're going to move on. We're going to see what we can do with making some blood. Some deeper red blood, because it looks a little bright right now. I know I keep looking over to that side, but that's just because that's where I see all the comments and stuff pouring. So we're going to see about the blood here. I used a lot of red, so we're going to need a smidge of black. That was too much black, I can already tell. But that's okay. No such thing as mistakes, only happy little accidents. I want to make sure I have another brush. Here we go. We'll use it like the way we made it. I think I used way too much black. Yeah. That looks more or less the same color as we had before. Not quite red, so far just brown. So we need to add a lot more red. Oh, blood is definitely a must-have. I mean, it is ash after all. I did a little bit of just getting down where I wanted the blood to be with spray paint earlier. But now we need some deeper red blood. Yeah, I used way too much black. We're getting there. More red. A lot more red. And then I'll show you a really cool technique for painting blood on that I saw someone else do. Just like this is really just like 10 minutes of me mixing paints. Not quite there yet. I'm gonna, like, this red paint bottle is almost out, so I really don't mind losing so much of it. There we go. There's no measuring, just eyeballing it. Who needs to cut and measure? I can already tell this is probably the right amount. The way you use contours, Josh, makes me try to understand. I know what you're talking about, but I don't know if I do. Before we start doing this, though, I do need to zip up the painting shirt before I ruin my other stuff. And I'm actually wearing the one pair of shorts I didn't get any blood on yet. Jeez. Mix colors and contour props. I would have never called this contouring before I met you guys. Contouring. I almost like that color. Let me check my other old chainsaw blade. Here's the secret. I'm going to use a little bit of fancy red here for the chainsaw. If I can get the bottle open. Okay, we're not going to use any fancy red. Instead, we're just going to keep going with acrylic red until it looks red enough. I feel like this should be the last little bit we need. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's so much paint on this. We used way too much black early on. All right. All right. You can tell this is right. Taking off my hat. And now we do the really fun part. So this is how you make blood on your props look a little bit more, how would you say, natural, quote unquote. Yeah, so this is how we're gonna do it. Lay it like this. You take another brush. This brush needs to be dipped in water. There we go. This brush and this brush. This brush, put a bunch of blood on it, right? And as you can see, if you can tell by the hitting it, all the paint on the end of this brush is coming off. I don't like the way these two big globs are, though, so I'm going to remove those. All right, so it works well with this brush. Now, we'll grab the brush with more bristly ends. All right, now we're trying to get some on the body of the chainsaw. I don't like that big glob there. There we go. Exactly, splatter pattern. And where there would be the most blood splatter is actually near the front of it, because that's where the chain is going to be. All right, so that's enough of that. I actually just want to grab the camera and just kind of show the entire work area is splattered, coated with blood. This is what my painter easel kind of looks like now. As you can see, my shirt, you really can't tell that it's covered in blood, but it is. Mask, that's why you always wear it. Just because, I mean, sure, you want blood to get on you. You don't want that much blood on you. All right, let's see how it looks. And now what we're going to kind of do is there's still... I didn't get any random splatter on this. Like I said 2 seconds ago, that's why we always wear a safety mask. And then I'm not going to wear one now. Yeah, we didn't do this side. Gotta do this side. Leave me alone, Justin. I can do this whenever I want. This is my live show. I can do it on a Monday. Okay, look, this is my show. It doesn't have to be on the weekend. And the reason it is on Monday is because the Three Musketeers play that I'm in, the Pier Players Club up in Pier, is all the shows were like this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then the next shows are all going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So, yeah, I'm going to put the mask on. I wasn't, yeah, I know. It didn't work out for me to work in my shop like at all during the week, okay? I literally lived up in Pier like for a full week, and like it's not horrible. Living in Pier is fine. It's just it's not home and it's not my shop, and I'm just trying to do this whenever I can. So you leave me alone, all right? Jeez. I will do this whenever I very well please. So if it's Monday nights, then I will very well make stuff. This is my show. My show. Yeah. So great advertising. Go to the Pier Players Three Musketeers play. I'm in it. I'm D'Artagnan. Go see other people. I don't know all who's watching right now, so I'll just say who is watching. Multiple Roles is watching. The Duke is watching / Multiple Roles. Athos was or is watching. I have no idea. But yeah, go see Three Musketeers in Pier. Drive from no matter where you are in the state or out of state. Go see Three Musketeers. It's awesome. It is seriously an amazing play. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a lead and that my face is on the poster. I'm saying that because we put a ton of hard work into it, and really it's an amazing play. Which is also why the tagline for this episode is Three Musketeers, despite the fact I'm working on a chainsaw right now. Yep. Thank you, April. You're awesome any day of the week. Darn tootin'. All right, let's get the last bit of blood on this sucker. Oh, that was a beautiful blood splatter. Oh my gosh. That was awesome. I just want to show how perfect that blood splatter looks. This right here, I think it looks awesome. And I guess that means it's time to stop. Yeah, it's his stuff. I just threw it there. You can throw it somewhere else if you want. All right. Okay. Yep, so I think that is time to stop because I just hit it again and the actual brush fell off the stick here. So call that a night. The best part about using your Ash cosplay shirts is that, you know, I can actually just, you know, go ahead and I can clean up everything right now. I can clean up my workspace because he is always covered in blood. So I can just go do this and wipe off all this excess blood paint on my workspace. Here, I'll use this sleeve to actually wipe all of it up. And in that way, I'm killing 2 birds, 1 stone. I'm making my ripped up Ash shirt that much more bloody and gross. I'll even wipe off the palette with it. You should. Even if you do live 4 hours away, you should see it. No, I'm not going to tell you to drive that far out of your way. But now my Ash shirt is more nicely beat up. Real blood is a lot more authentic, but the way it dries and can kind of chip off, you know, like, I feel using fake blood is fine, but if I were to sit here and tell you, yeah, just go ahead, grab your X-Acto knife, you know, feel free to dig in anywhere on your arm and just sort of flick it on things, I don't feel like that would be a good example for, you know, this is just in response to Justin. I would never say that you should just take your pinky and slice it open and like drain your blood. Yeah. Fake blood takes forever to dry. So real fake blood, this is paint fake blood, which it's already mostly dry. But real fake blood, I've had plenty of encounters with that, and it is literally the worst. It is horrible. It's not fun. It's not a good experience. It doesn't taste good at all, you know, for going that route, whatever. Still, it tastes really bad. Yep. So yeah, I use fake blood in the show. There's a scene where I need to have fake blood in my mouth, a blood capsule, which I break. And if I don't spit the capsule across the stage, it looks pretty real, the fake blood coming from the mouth. And it tastes horrible. Fake blood is some of the worst tasting stuff I've ever had in my entire life. It's not meant to taste good. I get that, but still, it doesn't need to taste that bad. I'm gonna put this here just to stop it from rolling forward. I'm gonna cut off this little bit. I wish I could stop tasting it, but every time I do the show, I have to put the blood capsule in my mouth and spit it out. But it lingers, and I have to kind of drool since I can't just spit all of it out like at once. You know, I kind of like to keep some back, so every time I get hit, I spit up a little bit more. Yeah, no, trust me, I don't enjoy. Yeah, we really should wipe that up. It's pretty gross. Okay, I say we. All I do is change a shirt and eat a snack during the second act intermission, so I should really wipe that up. But I mean, if somebody else wants to do it, I'm not going to stop you. I'm getting the Dremel out right now because one of these bolts is too long, and I'm just going to cut it down. It doesn't need to be that long, so we're just going to go ahead and cut it. So it's going to get a little loud. I didn't know how long I wanted to go tonight. It's already 10 o'clock. So we'll probably just nick this off and then showcase the chainsaw a little bit and then call it a night since I do need rest. I am the lead. Oh, yeah. And protein cookies are really good. Actually, they are delicious. You don't know what you're missing, Josh. I will buy another pack and I'll bring enough for everybody. But seriously, the protein cookies are great. I'm trying to figure out where it ends here. Oh, you know what it probably is? It's probably not plugged into the other plug-in. Ugh. Yep. I'll buy another pack of protein cookies, and I'll bring some to share. There it is. Now it's finally working. Okay, geez. Yeah, they are delicious because they taste like normal cookies. I know the word, whenever you put the word protein in something, you think of a protein shake and you think, oh, a protein shake doesn't taste that good though, dude. And you're just like, but no, really, it tastes fine. Okay, so the fall. That's when I run through the aisle on stage during the second act. I jump up on stage and I land, I do a bow. Then when we go to leave, I I hold Constance's hands, we hug. Yes, that's the scene where we also hug. Okay. And when I jumped up on the stairs this time, the traction of my boots was completely gone. They were totally slick. So when I go up to land, I put my right foot on the stage and it just slides. And I was mostly worried about sliding into the queen and knocking down Kathy. So what I try to do, which honestly I was so impressed that I thought this fast. And it wasn't really thinking fast. This is more like reactionary. I slide, I spin, and I go into a bow. But I did hit my knee rather loudly, and that really hurt. So I kind of slide, hit my knee, and I spin, I bow to the queen, and then we walk off stage. And yeah, I was terrified. I was so incredibly terrified when that happened. And I honestly wish that was on camera. I really wish I recorded that because I really want to know how that looks. You and me, Carly. I really wish to see how that happened. So later, when I say the diamonds are loose or whatever, I don't want to spoil it, but I normally say, oh, they must have come loose during the journey. Instead, I said, they must have come loose during my fall. I thought that was hilarious. But yeah. Now my boots have grips on them. Jamie went ahead and she did the little hot glue squiggles, so now I don't biff it when I do that scene. And that was, I think, Saturday is when I biffed it. And then on Sunday, we do that scene again. Yeah, we do that scene again. And Rose is almost surprised that I didn't fall. She's like, you didn't fall? I'm like, yep. Yeah, the spin bow. Thank you, Josh. Yeah, I'm glad they loved it. I was so scared. There was no acting going on there. That was just real fear. I'm gonna see if I can cut this off and then talk for a bit. Oh, it's kind of neat. Roughed up the chainsaw a bit. Thank you on April again. That is perfect. Oh, you talked about it? You talked about that I didn't fall? Thank you. Thank you, Narwhal Josh. What's your name? Grant. That was hilarious. Narwhal. I like the name Grant. That's Chainsaw. There it is. I'm gonna bring this to a practice, by the way. I want to see if I can get away with trying to do a sword fight with it. So whoever's watching, keep that on the DL. Yeah. But no, if we ever do a joke, I'm obviously not going to take this to a serious practice, but if we ever do a joke run through, I want to switch half my lines with one-liners from Army of Darkness or Evil Dead 2, or even Ash vs. Evil Dead, just because, yeah, she would kill me. Jen would kill me. Jen would kill me. But think about how sick it would be for D'Artagnan to come out and chainsaw arm. Groovy. You know, I can say to Milady, like when she wakes me up with the kiss after she hits me, you know, I can say, first you want to kill me, now you want to kiss me. Hello. You know, it scares you. You're scared. You're scared. This is scary. This is cool. Don't act like you're not scared. Jen would kill me, Zarabeth. You're not wrong. But you can't kill me, actually. I have immunity to that sort of thing. Don't act like this wouldn't be cool. Then I could walk out with a musket like, this is my boomstick. Computer's right there. You might have to go around the setup a little bit. Yeah, I know.
You have a webcam?
I do have a webcam.
Wow. Did you get it farther away from you?
Well, actually, if you see how
see,
that's about how it works, so I can still have a nice display.
We watched the stream at 10 p.m. on Monday.
Stream started at 9:30, actually.
Oh, you're interesting. Really cool.
Dude, with the way his sleeve is, he totally could hide the chainsaw. Goodness gracious, Dylan. Taking my hand out of this thing is always scary. If you see that there's two screws here, and then there's three bolts here. Yeah, that was Brody. He walked by. What a guy. Then there's 3 bolts here, and then to hold these 3 bolts in, there's 2 screws in the actual metal part here. So it's like trying not to cut my hand open every time I take this thing off.
Hand in. You have really tiny hands. I can not fit my hand in there.
Oh, I know. It's totally built for my hands.
It's literally that big and only that big.
Yeah, that's as big as I can get it. If I made a bigger ring, I can afford to cut more off of this chainsaw. But no, I can't. No, yeah. So if anybody else wants to try this on, they have to have my hands are smaller. And so basically that just means only the women in the cast where Dylan can probably put this chainsaw hand on because my hands are not that big. Like Jared and everybody else probably cannot put the chainsaw on. Josh. Rude, Josh. Rude. I'm at home. I shouldn't have to take this at home. Comfort my own home. This is what he had, right? He had a little bowler hat. I have a big head. Tiny hands. This plan wasn't thought through very well. You know, Meet the Robinsons. I said that before. If you comment Meet the Robinsons, let it be known I said it before you said it. Got it. Totally got it. I could also, by the way, I was thinking, I have a mask somewhere around here. I want the second half of the ball scene, when I go in on the stairs, I want to wear a mask so bad. So bad. Like, everybody else gets a mask, and I'm just like, whatever, no mask. Not planning. I guess Constance doesn't have a mask either.
Yeah, she does.
She does?
Yeah.
What? I never see it. What is it?
Never look at her face, caller.
I do look at her face, but when she says the queen, it's time to go or whatever, she's not wearing it.
Ah, she wore one night.
No, when I jump up on stage, she never wears that mask. I've never seen her wear a mask. I know she has like a blue dress. Is the mask a dove? Is it by any chance? I'm wondering because that's Rochefort calls her a dove earlier, and I was thinking maybe it could be a dove mask, but no. Rochefort, for some reason, he gets the dog costume, and I feel like Darty would fit the dog costume more, but he would never actually wear it himself because that's an insult that people keep calling him a puppy. He would never actually wear a dog costume, but maybe I could be a horse, and it would be Buttercup. That's what I thought. I could get a Buttercup mask, like a yellow sort of thing going on. That's what I would think would be cool. That's just me. Whatever. We finished most of the things. That's pretty much done. We're gonna put a bike chain on it, so it's not smooth. Yeah. So when we put the bike chain on it, that'll be cool. And that's it. That's really it. We finished up all the painting, all the roughing up, the chainsaw, and I gotta say, it looks good. It looks a lot better now, and I really like it. Before we go, any more questions, comments, or concerns, or apparently insults, I guess. Jeez. Don't get insulted nearly enough, apparently. All right, cool. No, we're done? 40 minutes. Look at that. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, since there's nothing else to say, yep, skerdoodles. Let's head on out. Thank you for coming by. I want to remind anybody who is watching this or ever watching this to go see Three Musketeers. Although I'm pretty sure the only people watching this are my cast members. Go watch Three Musketeers in the Peer Players Club. It's kind of where the normal movie theater is, but like it's a block west. No, wait. I'm trying to remember now. Give me a second. East. It's a block east of Sunrises Sets. Yeah, it's a block east. So it's a block east of the normal movie theater. Kind of down that little road. Right up from Walgreens. But you can't technically go up from Walgreens. You have to like go around and down because it's a one-way. Either you'll figure it out. Just put it in Siri or whatever. Put it in your phone. Anyways, go see Three Musketeers. It's an awesome play. I'm in it. So that should be proof a la mode. All right. See ya.